3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Looking Glass Duck Club and the Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast. I'm Jeff Stanfield.
How do you fuck up every introduction?
I
You
just
knew
do
he was
it.
going to fuck it up.
Every one of them I
Every
do.
introduction.
That's because I'm trying to think too much. Usually when I talk, I don't
You
think.
don't think. Just it's brought to you by the Looking Glass Duck Club with special guest picker, Mr. Logan Pyeatt.
The man with the biggest liver in western Missouri.
Iron liver.
Iron liver. That boy right there is a Shriner. You can tell.
I've got my garb hanging up around here, too. I can prove it.
You're the king potentate, huh?
No, far from that. I don't think they'd let me be the potentate.
So there really is a potentate, or is that an actual position?
I can't tell you all this.
Okay, that's true. It's all. And y'all don't write nothing down. Everything's by memory, right?
That's right. But we're always too drunk to remember, so that's the big secret.
I'm told you, when I told that story on the podcast about the guy saying that they were Masons, they don't have the livers to be Shriners. That's a true story.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been to plenty of the meetings. That's just the way they usually go.
Sounds like a good group of guys.
My old man's a Shriner, and I just actually got a new bottle of bourbon delivered in here a little bit ago. And about 10 o'clock, he goes, "We might as well try it, shouldn't we?"
There you go.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
How was it?
Oh, delicious. It's one we've had on the podcast before, so I had to get my own bottle, but it's very, very good.
Have you tried the Cedar Ridge out of Iowa that I told you about?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's a good bourbon. Ed liked it, but Ed liked everything like that. So, Mr. Logan, how is the fertilizer business right now?
It's starting to get really busy. Had to get here early this morning, been loading trucks, and had to, make a little time today just to talk to you boys, but as soon as we get done with this, I'll be right back at it.
Do y'all need rain as bad as we do?
Yes and no. All of our crops are done. Harvest is in full swing around here, so it wouldn't really matter. I mean, it'd be nice to settle some of the dust, but I'm sure farmers are probably wanting, another 2 or 3 weeks so they can get everything done, and then we can start playing.
Now,
waterfowl season's coming up.
You are a football fan. You are a Raider fan. You live in Kansas City area, which has to be tough because you have to listen to all that shit like I do from all
Especially when your team sucks.
Boy, I tell you. You know what? Gruden, I thought, had turned the corner on them the first couple of weeks, but they haven't looked as good lately.
No, well, our defense is terrible, and 3 of our main wide receivers are hurt, and I don't necessarily like Carr all that much anyway, so he doesn't have a whole lot of weapons to play with right now, but we're taking some steps in the right direction. It can only get better, I'd hope, except for this week.
You've got that young running back, though, so he's pretty good.
Josh Jacobs is a stud.
So is Darren Waller.
Waller the baller?
Yes, he is.
Y'all just need but you lose wide receivers in today's football, that's like losing star running backs. I mean, wide receivers are the lifeblood of a team anymore because everybody throws all the time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And the 2 rookies we got are supposed to be studs. I don't know what exactly happened, if they're just pussies or what's going on, but they're already out and not sure when they're coming back. So just going to be one of those years. Of course, the whole league seems to be riddled with injuries right now.
Yeah.
Kind of a mess.
Yeah. No shit.
No offseason and stuff may have a lot to do with it, but I don't see how that affects ACL tears and shit.
Hamstrings and stuff.
That's a good point.
Julio, Devontae, Henry Ruggs. I drafted Henry Ruggs. Fucking
Got to stay loose.
Just fucking he fucked me.
Well, the Alabama receivers have been big stars. I mean, look, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, and then the Jerry Jeudy and Ruggs, neither one have done anything this year.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper's always so hit and miss. He won't do anything for like 4 weeks, and then he has a 250-yard game. It's unbelievable.
He's not a road player.
That's fact.
And he don't do for shit on the road, which he's a Cowboy fan, and I got Dak in my fantasy league, and I'm winning because of that. But I tell you what, it's hard for me to watch the Cowboys every week. Except I love it when they get behind because they're going to throw the ball a bunch.
Well, and Dak puts up like 500 yards every week.
Now the Giants game is going to be interesting this week because, well, we'll get into that. I would not be surprised. I think Dallas will win this week, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give up 30 points to the Giants. Giants are averaging 12 points a game. They'll probably score 30 this week. That's how bad Dallas is. All right, let's get into.
Is that going to be a side bet?
No, I wouldn't side bet any of that.
I heard you like to make side bets.
I owe Kyle Fitzroy $20 right now. I need to get him to Kyle. Email me your Venmo, and I will send you your $20. He kicked my ass.
Jeff, I was wanting to do a side bet with you this week if you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, as long as
All right,
I get
whenever we get to it.
Okay. Here we go. The last week, Andy went 11-4, and I went 11-4. Our guest went 13-2.
What a fuck.
That is the tied for the most wins in a week. I mean, not the least amount of losses. I went 14-2 a couple weeks ago, and I think you did 14-2, but 13-2. So the total standings right now is Andy's 46-17, I'm 44-19, and the guest is 43-20. So we're going to start off with the first game of the year.
Who's picking first? Is it your week?
It's my week to pick first. Okay, Tampa Bay at Chicago.
Drag your microphone down. It's covering your face. We're on television now.
Oh, I
Jeff.
forget about that shit.
Fucking act like you've been here before.
Okay. Other than some home movies me and your mother have made, I'm not really much of a TV star.
I understand.
I'd like to see those.
Nobody wants to see those.
Nobody
I
wants to see those. Jeff,
Lack of evidence on those.
They don't even want to see those.
One thing about it, Michelle's always been a hottie. I never was a hottie, so it was a one-sided deal. Tampa Bay at Chicago. I am going to take Tom Brady.
I will also take Tom Brady.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Buccaneers across the way.
Carolina at Atlanta. I'm going to make this my upset, and I'm taking Carolina.
I will go Atlanta. They've got to get it right at some point.
I'm taking Carolina. That was going to be my upset, but I got a different one.
You can take it if you want it.
Nope, I got a different one.
Okay. Now, we're going to pick Buffalo and Tennessee, but it looks like Tennessee is probably going to have to forfeit this
We
game.
should have had a fucking a Corona game. Looking back at it, pick a game that's going to be Corona.
But
So are we going to pick it or not?
Yeah, we're going to pick the game. I'm going to take Buffalo to win this game. It's at Tennessee. There's no line on it, so it's just
they've had 3 weeks off. I go Buffalo.
I'm also taking Buffalo.
the Raiders at the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Sorry, Logan. I've got to go with the Chiefs also.
Chiefs minus 13. Yeah. Unfortunately, this was going to be my side bet. I'm also going to take the Chiefs just to help out the guest pickers. But I was going to see, Jeff, since you're a Chiefs fan, you want to put $20 on this game straight up?
Oh, I think if we're going to do it, we at least put a C note on it, $100.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
$100 bill.
Yep. And you got to sign it and bring it to me when you come down to hunt in December.
I can handle that. No problem.
Motherfucker won't even spend it. Just sits there and looks at you.
I'm going to frame that son of a bitch.
The whole winter, it just sits there and looks at you. All the money you lost.
Shit. It's going to get eaten by a slot machine about 3 hours after I hand it to him, probably.
No, I saved these. It's my collection pieces. Arizona at the Jets. I'm taking Arizona.
Arizona also.
I'm going with the Cards. I would not bet on the Jets right now. They are garbage.
If they played our local high school team, I think the high school team would win. Philly at Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Philly ain't got no line and no receivers.
Pittsburgh. They've had a week off. James Washington, buddy of mine. Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm going with the Steelers also. They had that unexpected bye week, and the Eagles are also shit this year.
Oh, they're horrible. No line.
Bad deal.
The L.A. Rams at the Redskins. I love the Redskins. They're my team, but I'm going to take the Rams.
Rams also.
Going with the Rams. And you mean the football team, right, Jeff?
Yes,
you can't say
the football
Skins
team.
anymore.
He's
Washington
so on
Redskins.
PC. It's ridiculous how ugly he is.
I'm just honest. Yeah, we're one to talk. After our last podcast, everybody will see the difference there. I am a Redskin fan, and I'm going to call them the Redskins. And I grew up a Redskin fan, going to die a Redskin fan. Cincinnati at Baltimore. I saw where Lamar Jackson might not be playing this week.
Why?
Is that true?
He got a bad knee. Yeah, he's done something to his knee. He missed practice yesterday.
Oh.
I'm serious. If Lamar Jackson wasn't playing, I would take Cincinnati in the upset here. But I just don't. I think he's going to play, and so I'm going to take Baltimore.
I'm also taking Baltimore, whether he plays or not.
I'm going to switch it. I'm going to go against the grain then. I'm going to take the Bungles because if his knee is hurting and he's forced to throw, that could be a disaster.
Oh,
so
no
I'm
shit.
go with Joey B.
Joey B's going to put up 25 to 35 points on him, too. The kid's impressive.
He looks good.
He does. I'm telling you, Blake's cousin has got it going on. I think Blake's as kin to Joe Burrow as Bo is to Trevor Lawrence, because Bo's ex-girlfriend slept with both of them, and I don't think Blake ever slept with Joe Burrow, so I'm going to go with Bo's got more kinship to Trevor Lawrence than Blake does.
You're
Not that we know
throwing
of.
Bo under the bus again.
Why am I throwing Bo under? I didn't throw him under the bus
Nasty.
last time. You did. I didn't throw him under the deal. It's his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the deal with Bo's girlfriend there? Was that last week?
No, that was. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Can we talk about this?
No, we cannot talk about this. This
It made me feel awkward. I was 1,000 miles away.
Yeah,
Andy got in trouble over this.
yeah. We cannot talk about this. So I have no clue what you're talking about, even because I think it's been
Fair enough.
erased. I think it's been erased from podcast history.
I'm just making shit up.
I stand by my fuck ups. When I fuck up or say something I shouldn't, I stand by it. I say it. But Andy tried to plead the fifth that night. Even
I didn't try to plead the fifth. I said, listen,
the best.
I crossed a line. I'm sorry. Let's forgive me.
Oh, I must have missed that conversation at dinner that night. I did see the conversation of Andy's wife looking at him like, "No, you didn't do that."
I don't.
Was it this guy's wife or girlfriend?
Once again,
Andy's wife was not real happy with Andy.
once again, I have no clue what anybody's talking about.
Okay.
What's the
Moving
next?
on.
What's the next game?
Jacksonville at Houston.
Houston's the favorite.
New coach,
Yep.
same
Houston's
players.
favored by 6.
I've got to stake with Houston, but man, Minshew makes it fun.
Jacksonville. That is my upset.
I'm going to go with the Texans. What do you guys think about the whole Bill O'Brien fiasco?
I think it's fucking stupid. I don't think that you make your team any better by firing a coach week 4.
Well, it come out some more stuff. Him and J.J. Watt got in a big fight. I still would not have fired my coach.
They did get into a big
They got
fight.
into a big fight the week before. Big time fight, they said, and said he lost the team after that.
I've not heard that.
Andy, you don't read much.
I don't have fucking time, Jeff. You see the fucking setup that we got right here? What
Well,
fucking time do I have to read?
Well, I'll give
And
you
I
You know
that.
how
got this-
scary that would be
Oh yeah,
to get into a fight with J.J. Watt?
Well, I don't think it was actually physical as much as, and you know damn well them coaches aren't. I mean, every one of them's an alpha male out there, anyways. They're not scared of nobody, but they got into a big disagreement on the football field in front of the whole team week before, and I don't think you should fire. Just like in Atlanta, you made your bed, let Quinn coach the rest of the year. You never know what's going to happen. It ain't going to change nothing. So,
There's no way Jason Garrett is an alpha male.
well, I would have to.
That guy's a cuck.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with you on that. But I would not fired the coach halfway deal. But O'Brien was horrible. What he done he left that franchise with nothing.
yeah, he fucked them.
I mean, just horrible deal. So they're going to pay for it for another 2 or 3 years. Andy and me disagree on this. I think they ought to trade Deshaun Watson. He's the only asset they have that's really a good asset. Trade him, get a shitload of draft picks for him. If the safety for the Jets could draw 2 first-round draft picks from Seattle, Deshaun Watson would have to be about 3 first-round picks probably.
That's Jeff's answer to everything. If Mahomes has a bad year, followed by another bad year, or a mediocre year, if he just throws 30 touchdowns, Jeff's gonna be like, Chiefs ought to trade Mahomes.
No.
He's a fucking franchise.
I said Aaron Rodgers, the Packers should have traded to fucking the Raiders for Derek Carr, and I still thought that would have been a good move for Green Bay if they're going to get rid of him anyways. And they weren't going to win a Super Bowl.
That.
If you're not going to win a Super Bowl, that's your whole goal is to win a Super Bowl. Now, Cincinnati's not winning a Super Bowl this year. But if you got an older team like Green Bay, you're built for a Super Bowl. If you can't get it done, then you need to start building for another year. The Texans are nowhere close to being a competitive football team right now that they should be. So take Deshaun
They
Watson.
haven't won a game.
Yeah, take Deshaun Watson, trade him to a team like the Jets or one of these other teams that's quarterback poor, and get you a bunch of first-round draft picks and build for the future.
Okay.
Look at Cincinnati. It only took them 18 years to turn it around, maybe.
But that's just
Maybe.
that's just your answer to everything. Is I'll just get rid of the quarterback, get rid of Manning, get rid of Rodgers, get rid of them.
Well, they did get rid of Manning, and look what they did. They drafted Andrew Luck, and without some bad luck, he'd still be there.
Anyway,
Well, okay.
he's a dickhead.
Who?
You. That's your
Well,
answer. Just
I
ship
am
him
a
out the door.
dickhead.
Ship
I'm
him out
good
the
with
door.
Logan, would you, if you were
Yeah.
the GM of San Francisco or of the Houston Texans, would you not consider trading Watson and trying to coop a bunch of draft picks to build for the future?
I would probably not trade away my star quarterback if it were me.
I mean, it's so hard to find. It's so hard to find a star quarterback.
But time they rebuild again, he's going to be wanting a whole bunch of money and go somewhere else, or he's going
It
to be
depends.
beat to
When's his
death.
contract up?
He just signed a new 4-year contract with them.
So see there, you got him for 4 more years. Ride it out.
Well, you're going to be riding death. They don't have no draft picks.
Okay.
Well, they're going to have a really good one next year.
No, they've traded. It's gone. They don't have a first-round pick.
I think they're both in Miami.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
first round
Yeah.
and second round, I think, are both in Miami.
Yeah, they don't even have a pick till the 3rd round of next year.
Oh, that's a problem.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's not just if they were just losing for 1 year. No, if they would have get their draft pick, they would have had the 1st or 2nd or 3rd pick. And they could have drafted Trevor Lawrence and traded him for a ton of stuff. Okay, let's move on. Miami and San Francisco. I am going to take the Niners with the return of Jimmy Garoppolo.
49ers also.
I'm taking Frisco.
Frisco across the board.
Indianapolis at Cleveland. Cleveland's at home, and Cleveland's the underdog. And I am going to take the Browns.
Cleveland is an underdog.
At home. Indy's the favorite.
I'm taking Cleveland.
That's my upset. I'm also taking Cleveland.
That's not okay. So that's I thought you took Cincy as your upset.
Well, I just switched that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make Cincy my upset, but I already had the Browns circled.
Well, I'll circle the Browns. That's what I do. I
can
circle them.
prove
No,
all
it's
this. I'm not just doing what you guys do.
no. I'll take Cleveland. I've got you down for Cleveland. I circled you at Cleveland. Cleveland's your upset, but you took Cincy. The Giants at Dallas. I'm gonna take Dallas again. I've taken them every week, and I hope they keep losing 3 out of 4 that I pick them on.
Dallas.
Cowboys.
That one's pretty self-explanatory.
The Giants are so bad.
They're terrible.
If they make this game competitive, it's going to be great. I'm telling you. I think the Giants are going to score 25 plus points this week.
It'll be 31-25.
Well, that wouldn't surprise. I don't think their defense can hold Dallas down. You and Andy are going to side bet. What are y'all side betting on this?
No, we're
Well,
not.
he was throwing out scores, so I didn't know if he was wanting to make this one interesting also.
Yeah.
No. This is just a hypothesis of mine.
Do you think that Dallas only scores 31? I think Dallas scores 45 points this week.
They've definitely got the capability to do it.
Do you think
Giants
the
are
over-under
terrible.
on this game is going to be like 60?
I don't know what is the over-under on it.
Give me just a minute. I can tell you.
Well, the over-under is probably it's going to go over.
54.
Oh, fuck, it'll go way over. Dallas might score that by themselves.
Yeah.
But they're banking on the Giants are averaging 12 points a game. People forget fucking their fucking linebackers are in wheelchairs. They're horrible.
Their defense is so bad.
I mean, they can't move. I mean, they just can't stop. Cleveland was running at will on them. They're getting 7, 8, 9. Would they average 8 yards a carry?
It was a bunch.
That's freaking high school
Kareem
football
Hunt is
shit.
kind of a stud, though.
He is very good.
I caught a break with him. He's on my fantasy team.
And Zach's got Chubb.
Zach's got Chubb, so sorry. Zach.
What is the diagnosis on Chubb?
6 weeks.
He's out 6 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of fantasy teams, thanks a lot for the J.K. Dobbins idea, Andy. That's really been paying off so far.
Boy, that is fucking horrible, isn't it? I said him this week.
Jesus.
I
Need
started.
to ask Tony.
Yeah, no shit. I started Justin Jackson in front of him this week. That's how bad he's been for me.
No, things are bad.
He's been terrible. But nobody in that backfield's been very fucking good except for Lamar Jackson. So it's not all on me.
That's true.
You said Tony. You know who Tony drafted, though? The Robinson kid from Jacksonville.
He did get him.
So who knows more, Andy or Tony?
And I had never heard of that kid, so.
Well, and he's a stud. Okay, Denver at New England. Now, Cam may be playing this week. They don't know for sure. But we do know for a fact that Denver's playing, so I'm taking New England.
I will also take New England.
I've got a big question mark wrote down next to this one because if Brian Hoyer is under center again, this could go either way.
Yeah.
He looked like shit against the Chiefs.
They would have won the game if Brady was still there. They'd have won for sure, I think.
But since it sounds like Cam's probably going to play, I'm going to take the Pats also.
And Denver, who's quarterbacking for Denver this week? Rippin or
No, it's the kid I picked up.
Driscoll?
No, not the missile Jeff Driscoll. Who the fuck did I pick? No, I dropped him. That's right.
You
I've
picked up
got
Kyle
Flacco.
Allen.
I've got Flacco and Allen. I don't know who's starting.
Andy's-
I think. Yeah, I don't know.
If anybody wants to know how good Andy's fantasy football team is this year, he's starting Joe Flacco this weekend.
I have to. I have to. No, I fucked up. I wasn't looking at the bye weeks whenever I was doing everything, and I drafted Rodgers and Matt Stafford, and they both have the same bye week. I'm fucking doing
when is Horsecock Drew
backflips.
Lock coming back?
I don't know. He might come back this week.
He might
or
play
next
this week.
Listen, at the beginning of the year, I'm doing fucking backflips to be able to start Joe Flacco and Kyle Allen this week.
We're in a 2-quarterback league, and it's very important to have 2 quarterbacks every week. And Andy got to pick up 2 guys that are both playing. That are going to play. I bet Kyle Allen has a pretty good game too.
He hardly has one quarterback.
Oh yeah, you're right, Joe Flacco. And then
Damn, boy.
I follow Torrey Smith on Twitter. Why, I have no idea. He's such a liberal. He likes to hunt is why I started following him. But he's a big lib. Anyways, Black Lives Matter bullshit. But anyways, he was talking about Joe Flacco. He called him a legend yesterday. Yeah, legendary piece of shit. You know?
Wow.
Horrible quarterback. Horrible. But
You're saying he's not elite?
elite. That's the word he used. Elite. That's the word he used.
Remember that big discussion? What was that, 2 years ago?
Yes. He called him elite. That's what it was. It wasn't legend. It was elite yesterday. He's elite. And people were ripping on his ass.
Embarrassing.
Joe Flacco's horrible. He's 6'7" and can throw the ball a mile, but that's it. Okay, Minnesota at Seattle. The reason I'm winning my fantasy football league in 1 and 2 right now is because I got Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson will have a big game against Minnesota, so I'm taking Seattle.
Let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. I'm also taking Seattle.
Seattle for me, too.
It's kind of, I mean, there hadn't been a whole lot of.
No, we've got most of our games are all the same.
I mean, they're all pretty close to being the same just because of the matchups this week.
Okay, San Diego at New Orleans.
Los Angeles is playing at New Orleans.
Oh, whatever. I'm taking the Bolts. I'm taking San Diego, Los Angeles, wherever the fuck they are, for an upset there.
That's your upset?
Mm-hmm. They might be playing this game in Indianapolis. Because the hurricane on Monday Night Football. They may move it to Monday Night Football in Indy. I have read that a couple of times. Prayers to people in New Orleans area or fucking Louisiana. That's horrible getting another fucking hurricane. But I'm going to take San Diego or the Chargers.
Fucked up my camera. Get the fuck out of there, Ollie. He fucked up my camera. I'm taking New Orleans is my pick.
Michael Thomas is coming back this week, isn't he?
There's talks of it.
Yes.
I'm going to take the Saints also.
Well, I changed it up a little bit. That's our picks for the week. Me and Logan got a $100 side bet on the Raiders and the Chiefs. You probably could find some people give you all the action you want with just a straight up bet on that, Logan.
It's not too tough around here, especially. No.
How much money you got riding on this game?
Not a lot. I've got several side bets with guys, mostly $20, per bet. So like $8,000.
Do you have any of them on the points, or do you just straight up giving your money away?
No, I just pretty much do it straight up.
You're a very charitable guy.
He is.
I try to be. But no, I probably got $60 to $80 riding on it, because I bet with about all my friends who are diehard Chiefs fans.
Well, most everybody up there is, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of Husker fans and a lot of Chiefs fans. So it's disgusting around here.
The Chief fans have been happy. The Husker fans, they've been pretty disappointed in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Will Blake even talk about it?
No.
Not much anymore. It's, I knew he was in big trouble as a football fan. The first year he worked for us, we watched girls volleyball one night because that's what he wanted to brag about.
And bowling.
We
watched bowling also.
Yeah, and bowling. Team bowling and team volleyball. He's like, the Skurs are on TV tonight. I'm like, it's fucking Wednesday night. Yeah. And he turned on his volleyball. I said, women's volleyball? Seriously? This is what y'all watch in Nebraska? Well, yeah, our coach is the best in the world at this.
He said it's because they watch any sport that's playing for a national title, is what he said.
And that's all they have. Competitive.
I'd rather watch curling.
I would, too.
Or cornhole.
Yes. Anything would be better than watching girls volleyball.
Cornhole's really good. Cornhole's a shit.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, since you know them both, Stoner's been out in Nebraska helping Blake with harvest, right?
Right.
Yep.
I've got them both on Snapchat, and usually Blake's bitching about Stoner, and I asked him if he was going to beat his ass, and he said yes. But I want to know who would actually win in a stand-up fight between Stoner and Blake.
Tony.
I don't know. Stoner's got that quiet guy kind of that you don't want to fuck with, maybe. But Blake's a big guy. Stoner's stocky, so I don't know.
Blake is not a fighter.
I don't think Blake has it in him to hurt somebody, especially not one of his friends.
You know those shows they have. They got always the big retarded kid that don't want to hurt nobody. He's just real big and strong.
What was that book? Of Mice and Men?
Yes, that's it right there. That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
Was he Lenny?
I think
Lenny.
so. Yeah. That's Blake. Blake's our Lenny.
Blake just wants to tend to the rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see Blake as physical as trying to hurt somebody. I don't know. And Josh is an easygoing guy too. I don't know who'd win in that deal.
It would hurt me to have to watch it. Two friends fighting like that. I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't get
You
the
guys
middle
need
of
to
it.
get gloves for down there. I want to see this.
I'm gonna tell you right now that if we had I've had some guys through here before that were some scrappers, I thought, but if we had to have a fight with another outfitter anywhere in a big fight, we might be in trouble. I don't know that we have any scrappers on our staff anymore. Tony's too old. Tony was our only fighter around here. So Andy could get you in a chokehold. Yeah, Andy gets you in a chokehold.
Listen, I know enough to like maybe survive an attack. Maybe. Now,
my guys would stand up for me, I no doubt about it. I just don't know if we could whoop a lot of ass anymore. We're a little old for that shit, but
in all fairness, though, so is everybody else out here.
That's true.
Like, there's no young kid on.
Well, I'm not worried about any of the other outfitters out here. We hold our own there. I'm just saying we don't really have a guy on our staff that I would want to be in a bar fight and have to depend on him to take up for me right now. Blake's a big old boy, but Blake's a nice guy. Josh is a nice guy. Austin, I don't see Austin fighting. Bo probably be the scrapper of all of them.
We just pray that Blake's size scares everybody away. That's our tactic.
And hope that Jeff can still bullshit a bunch.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you shit in your pants and drool on them, and then they're scared. They're like, "Oh fuck, that guy's weird."
Hey, Jeff. Speaking of shit in his pants,
I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story.
Jeff
now,
shit his pants the other day.
I told Logan knows about this, but I'm gonna tell the story because it's gonna come back anyways. And Luke told me last night I need to tell this story. So the other day, me and my buddy come back from the casino. It's about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and we stop at the Whataburger in Gainesville. And there's power wash in the deal where you don't open. And I was like, fuck, we'll stop in Wichita at Whataburger on the way home. So we get to Wichita, and we pull in, and there's a line. It's going to be 45, 30 minutes. And I've got court the next day, and I'm like, fuck this. I said, let's go. It's going to be late. We wait 30. So we start getting home. I get between Holiday and Seymour, and there's absolutely nothing there. I mean, it's 35 miles of nothing. There's not nowhere to stop. There's nothing. And my old stomach starts doing the old gurgling stuff, and I'm like, oh, God, my stomach's hurting. We got to Seymour, and I'm getting cold chills down my spine, and I got my ass puckered tight. And I'm like, oh, God, this is bad. We get outside of Seymour. From Seymour to my driveway is 35 minutes. So I crank this cruise up so I can make it in 30 minutes. We get halfway to Mundy and Seymour, and I am puckered up, hurting bad. I mean, I've got sweat going down my forehead. I mean, I'm hurting bad. I'm like, God damn it. I ain't got no toilet paper in here, and I got to shit bad. And I don't ever shit on the side of the road. And I'm thinking, man, if I can just make it home. So we get to Seymour, or we get to Mundy, Texas, and I'm contemplating going in Allsup's and taking a shit. I'm 12 miles from my house. And I thought, nah, fuck that. I'm just going to make it home. Boy, my stomach, I've got the seatbelt off. I'm kind of curled up trying to drive. I got the cruise set on. And I told Harry, I said,
when you're making plans for the dismount, you're in a bad situation.
I was bad.
It's bad. The bubble's about to pop.
I hit a little dip in Mundy, and my pucker almost went out on me. I was like, oh, shit, this is bad. I mean, I was at the point I couldn't turtle head. It hurt so bad. So we get almost to Knox City, and we're leaving Monday, and I was like, Lord, if you'll just give me 12 minutes, I'll be on my toilet, please, 12 minutes. Well, he gave me 10 and a half minutes. I pulled in my driveway.
He works in mysterious ways.
Oh.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Pulled in my driveway, and I jumped out of my truck. Harry goes, your wallet and phone. I said, I'll come back and get them later.
Fuck them, let them take it.
And I'm doing the waddle walk, tight and holding the butt cheeks in as much as I go. And I open the door, and I go in. I take 3 steps, and I can see the toilet, and it all went at once. It was horrible.
Evacuated his bowels.
Oh,
right
my
there.
God. All over my
That's a sad day.
Under Armour Kichi shoes I've got and everything. Oh,
The ones that you're wearing right now?
I washed them. I put them in the washer. I've got 2 pairs.
You
though.
shit on those shoes, though.
No, I put them in the washer.
But did you shit on those shoes?
They had splatter on them, Andy. It was a bad deal.
You're wearing the shoes you filled with shit?
No, I washed them. They're outdoor,
Yes, he
indoor.
is.
They're boat
no,
shoes.
He is. He's saying.
No.
Yeah.
He's saying he just washed them.
Yeah, I washed them. They're boat
But
tennis.
you did shit
they're
on
boat
those shoes.
They had splatter on them.
Yeah.
So after I relieved myself and took a shower, I started looking on the bath mat.
Oh, fuck.
There was some splatter on it.
Relieved yourself? What, you jerked off too?
No. Yeah, I stood in number 3, a 1 and a 2 both. And so then I took the bath mat out. I thought, I'm not going to wake Shell up. I went and put it in the...
Yeah, what's she going to do?
I put it in the trash, took it out to the dumpster at night. Then I started running laundry, and Michelle's like, what are you doing? I said, well, I had an accident. What'd you hit? I said, no, I had an accident in my ass.
On myself.
She goes, you shit yourself? I said, it was a very good one. I mean, it wasn't like a little wet fart. I mean, everybody's had a wet fart. This was actually shit on myself. So I told this story now so everybody would know, but I did. I got asked for 12 minutes, and God gave me 10 and a half minutes.
You shit
You
yourself
didn't
recently.
shit on yourself. You shit in your shoes.
Oh, no, it dripped into my shoes. It was not solid. I don't know what I had. I hadn't even eaten that day. It was bad. So that was my story for the week. First time I have shit myself in a long time.
Wet farts are
Andy, have you ever
acceptable?
shit yourself as a grown man?
No, I never have. I've had some questionable farts, but
Yeah.
filling it up.
Yeah, that's me.
I've
That's the first time
never
I've
done that.
actually really shit, and I couldn't even hold it in. That's what's bad. I don't know what the hell I ate.
Like you had too much
I think
salad.
somebody slipped some fucking Visine in my drink or something somewhere. Oh,
He's an animal, Logan. He's an animal.
I've been there. I get it.
Recently you were there.
Yeah, not long ago, out on the river.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
you can jump in the river and be okay.
Well, mine wasn't terrible. I had to do the Winnie the Pooh thing where I was just only had a shirt on in the boat for a little while.
You're lucky you didn't die
Chuck
then.
my underwear in the river.
Yeah, if you're Winnie Poohing it, you're lucky you didn't die. We had a CSI guy
Yeah,
with us on
that's
here.
what he said.
He said he finds more people that are dead doing the Winnie the Pooh
Doing
than
the Winnie the
anything
Pooh.
else.
If you Winnie the Pooh around the house, that's the best way to die. Because that's when they're gonna. He said that's when we're gonna come find you, is when you've been Winnie the Poohing it around your house. And
They find more dead people with just a T-shirt on and nothing else than anything.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I don't do that when I go home.
I don't either, ever.
But he's like, yeah, the people that we find dead in homes, always, most of the time, have a shirt on, nothing else. So if you do that at your house, just know that the Grim Reaper's probably going to come visit you soon.
That is not how I want to go out, and the cops don't want to see that either.
Nope.
No.
But he's seen more of it than he
Wow,
can.
that looks like a dick but smaller.
Yeah, exactly.
That sure
You've
is
been
a
talking to my wife?
that sure is a cute penis you've got there. All right, man. I know you're busy right now, so we're gonna let you get out of here. We appreciate you. This is actually, we set a record. This is the longest pick'em that we've ever done. So we appreciate you. And
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, that's
No,
good stories. We
it's-
look forward to having you
it's
guys
always
come
a
up
lot
here.
of fun.
Oh, yeah, Reb and I are really looking forward to coming down there with you guys. That's going to be a blast.
We'll have a good time. If you need anything else, you holler at me, Logan. I appreciate it very much. And just sign that to Jeff from Logan on that $100 bill, all right?
I'll do that. I'll wipe my ass with it, too.
That's okay. Kyle Fitzroy, send me an email and your Venmo, and I'll send you the $20 from last week.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Logan.
Thanks a lot, fellas. I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good day, bud.
We'll let you get out of here. All right,
See you,
bye.
boys.
Bye.
Okay, he's gone. All right, now
Are we done here?
I think so. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
I really
great
liked
guy.
him.
Thank y'all for listening to us. We appreciate it. God bless y'all. Have a great week watching football, and peace out.